Hello, I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we are going to be learning the spotlight technique. This is the card that we're going to be making, so let's turn the camera around and get crafting. These are the stamp sets I'm going to be using in this project today. Forever Blossoms and Peaceful Moments, because I want to use the happy birthday, but any kind of flower stamp or image stamp would work with this technique. So do have a look to see what you have that might work. If you would like to purchase any of the items that you see today, there will be clickable links both on YouTube and my blog to go to my online store and you can purchase them. So I'm going to start out with the flower image, and I'm actually only going to be using two stamps, the Happy Birthday and this. I've got my blends markers, Rococo Rose and Mossy Meadow. Yeah, Mossy Meadow. And of course I'm using blends, so you need Memento ink. I'm going to get my Whisper White layer first so I can get the stamping done. So I've got a smaller layer for the front and a larger layer for the inside. Do check out my other videos about mats and layers. I've actually done one. Well, that was a really good start. Oh dear, shall we start that again? Right, I will use that paper later, but right, so where was I? Inking up this stamp and talking about mats and layers. I do have videos on mats and layers that you will find on YouTube. I'll put some links below as well. I've done them both in centimetres and in inches. And basically what I do is I work on a layer of 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 centimetre on all my layers, and I've got printable PDFs and everything that just makes it really easy for you. So there we go. So there is the image, and I'm just going to pop the Happy Birthday down there at the bottom, and then I'm just going to ink up part of this just to go down here on the inside. Okay, so this image, we are not going to be colouring this in. This is going to stay pretty much black and white apart from that spotlighted image. Now the way I work to decide where I'm going to put the spotlight is I punch out, so I've got a 1.5 inch circle punch. I punched out from here so I can sort of look and see what piece I want to spotlight. And I do really like this piece up here, but it's quite busy, so I'm actually going to come down here and do this piece. So I've got a little bit of the bud and the leaf and the stem. So I'm going to do that piece. So what I need to do is stamp the image again and then punch out the right bit. So I actually only need ink really on this piece here. So I'm just going to pop that down. And then I'm going to get my circle punch and check that I've got the pieces that I want in there. So that's most of the flower. And then this piece is going to go on top. Okay, so now we've got the fun bit. We've got a bit of colouring in to do. I am going to use a little bit of this darker Mossy Meadow here, and on the stem, and then the lighter one, just to blend out towards the edges. and just those bits there on the bud. And yeah, I'm going to do the darker again from the centre. I'm really following the shading that's there already with this, and I'll put a little bit up there as well. So where the stamp has got the shading, I'm just putting the colour. And then I'm going to blend it out with the with the paler one. Now, some people don't like colouring in, and I quite understand that. Some people find this really therapeutic and enjoy it. So I think this is going to work for you, whichever camp you're in, really. Because actually, if you don't like colouring in, you're only colouring in a tiny amount. But if you do like colouring in, then you're going to enjoy this too. So I'm just using my blends, and we all have different ways of colouring in and using blends. If you are trying to get a darker colour and a lighter colour to blend, go in one direction, because that will drag the colour. If you're just trying to fill in an area, you can kind of go around in circles. I tend to do a bit of a mixture of all of those things. There we go. Oh, nearly. So I'm just going to do this piece as well. There we go. Okay. So I just need to punch out the pop-up circle, and then this card is actually done, which is amazing, I think. So what we're going to do is get the Tombow and pop this on the inside. Like so. And then I'm going to stick this layer down onto a black mat, and that's just going to make it really pop. And then we're going to make a design decision, because sometimes I use the colour and sometimes I use black, so we will have a look and decide which way around we want to go. So pop this down on the front. I love this monochrome effect. So this can go like so, or we can pop it up on a black layer, or even a mossy meadow layer. So let's have a look. Oh, do you know what? I think I am going to leave that like that, because I think that is really going to stand out beautifully. So what I'm going to do is stick that one on the black layer. And then get some foam pads. Ooh, it's got the backing on it as well. And lift that up. And then what you need to do is just to make sure that you are lining it up exactly where it needs to go. And there you've got your finished spotlight card. So as I said at the beginning, you can use all sorts of different images to do this little spotlight. Remember the tip, cut a piece of cardstock and punch it out with the right size and decide which area of the image that you are going to highlight or spotlight, and then you can have some fun with a monochrome look but a tiny bit of colouring in as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my blog. That way you'll always be the first to know when I've got some more creative inspiration to share. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.